The story you're about to see occurred along the main trading route on the border between the north and south, at a small outpost called Red Clay Village.
We need your help. Just to break this shit. What the fuck y'all niggas thought, huh?
Everybody keeps asking me, is King Me 4 gonna be at Compas? No, it isn't. It's not gonna be at Compas where we usually hold King Me.
This year we're having it at Bosque, formerly known as G.I Forum.
You know, the G.I Forum. Basically what we're doing is we're giving everybody in Michigan a history lesson in the Detroit/Michigan b-boy scene. So that's where the roots go. Everybody knows New York hip hop, the history for New York. Everybody knows the history for their cities. You go to Chicago, those guys can tell you what the original crews were, this, that, and the other. You mention any history about Michigan to any of these crews, and odds are they're just gonna be like, hardcore? That's the oldest crew they know, NSA? And it goes a little bit deeper than that. And that's why we're here right now. We're with Knoxx, giving, trying to get this and trying to get it documented and trying to put it out in the best way.
And it's also important too, I mean, you know, it's good to know the history in hip hop, but it's also good to know your history in your own city, you know. And I think, you know, checking this video out, especially the full documentary, is a good and really, man, it's a dope point of view, you know what I'm saying? You see a lot of dope jump, you know? So.
Wow. I first stepped foot in the G.I Forum, I would say it was sometime back in 1983. The G.I Forum was first set up as a dance area for teenagers to get together. As time continued, I think it was sometime in 1984 when Beat Street was released, the G.I Forum became one of the battling grounds for breakers to show their talents. And during that time, that was a time that made a lot of kids feel real good, because that was the only place that they can truly show all the development and all the talents that they've developed in becoming a dancer.
The first time we went to G.I Forum was about 1984. Me and my brothers, it was Thanksgiving, and they had a b-boy event, believe it or not. And there was two crews battling it out. I remember feeling excited. I was like 11 or 12, and I just remember just being very excited to go. And once you walked in, so many people in the hip hop world, it was just like an eye opener for me, and it was just an awesome sight to see. You know, these guys. I've never seen it before. It was the first time I've seen breakdancers, and I'll never forget it. It's been that long, and it's still here today.
Oh man, that shit was had to be like what, like between either 99 or about 2000, you know. I mean, I just remember walking in. Well, first of all, take a little bit further back, you know, that week, my boy J-Force, you know what I'm saying, a fellow crew member, he hit me up saying, you know, there's a battle in Southwest. Okay, I know Southwest, I'm cruising on Sunday. You know, there's b-boys there. Okay, we go there. Later on the week, we go there, you know, pay my money. And I'm like, man, I know this place, man. We used to go to raves in the basement of this motherfucker, man, back in the day. Okay, now I remember this place. We go in, it's b-boys everywhere, like places packed, just little kids, you know what I'm saying, DJ spinning, you know. And then when you get to where the main light is, the place is divided. Some silly shit, right? The silliest shit ever. There's Asians on one side, Mexicans on one side, there were a few white people and probably like 3 black people, and that's what it was. But the vibe was dope, you know what I'm saying? So I was about it, you know what I'm saying? Call me Master P.
Okay, I don't remember the date that I went first to the G.I Forum, but it had to be like late 90s, maybe early 2000s. It's late 90s, I would say. And breaking battle, man. I was going to college at the time, you know, going back and forth. I just remember being invited, walked in, seen a lot of b-boys at that time. You know, it was something else. You know, cats from Canada, You know, it was pretty decent. Looking back at it now, you know, there's a lot of b-boys coming through. Man, I'm holding at the G.I Forum? Shit! My bad, I ain't. Like, where have I been, right? I'm telling you, man, it's been a lot going on lately. I'm dancing with Detroit Pistons right now. They take a lot of time out. I'm telling you, rehearsing. It's crazy. Driving all the way at, well, that's another story. But I think that's dope. You know, y'all bringing it back to the G.I Forum? That's dope. I wish I could be there, man. I wish I could be there. Yeah. Hey, I think that's great. I remember that venue being a dope venue, and I wish I would have thought of something like that. You know, taking it back to the beginning. You know what I'm saying? That's what's up.
Every year we try to top ourselves. You know, Motor City Rockers that is, try to top ourselves with like our King Me, and like what's the best way to do it? You know, take it back to our roots, which is G.I Forum. You know, that place is perfect.
I think it's awesome. Just for the simple fact that my first b-boy event was at G.I Forum. For you guys to do something there, I think it's big. I'm excited. Can't wait.
I think that Motor City Rockerz is doing a great thing in bringing breakers back to the G.I Forum, because I look at that place as a legendary place, because back in 1983, that's where it all began. Breaking, of course, started in a different city. We all know that. But to see that Detroit has expanded in dancing, G.I Forum is a major part of it. And then other halls were pretty much following their direction. We had West Side Arena. We have Azteca Hall, which Azteca Hall doesn't exist at this point in time. I think it turned into a dollar store. But for you guys to really pull in the new generation and bringing them to the G.I Forum, I think that's a great thing, because I think it should be held there every year. Because if it started there, why let it die? I think it's the best thing to do, is bring the new generation and show the new generation that this historic hall is the best place to do it.
If you guys enjoyed this video,
Fuck around and not listen, I'ma make sure you